Judge Andrew Napolitano. Let's set him back up for the show. He's always a great guest. You know, I ran out of time to get into health care today, so I thought I'd just play that minute-and-a-half clip where he says it all. Except you got to pay for abortions. I forgot that part. For all these religious people that are against it, or people that have morals, it's just unbelievable. I mean, I read the bill, and I can't believe it. And then Chris Matthews, by the way, I got a call 2 weeks ago. Chris Matthews says he's coming down here to interview me in the first 2 weeks of the new year. They want to make a special about me, a special hit piece. And I'm not afraid. Come on down here, Matthews. Of course, it'll be taped so they can play all the games they want, but I don't care. I'll walk into machine gun fire. I'll walk into their propaganda. I'm not going to turn away from a fight, especially you're coming to me. Now, Chris Matthews really is a rare piece of work. He keeps invoking race on every issue. You don't like socialist health care? You don't like black people. You've all heard those clips. Has nothing to do with it. Hey, I like pepperoni on my pizza. Oh, you don't like Eskimos. What does that have to do with Eskimos? Shut up, racist. It's a way for them to race pimp and make it a racial issue and divide people. He's a very, very sickening person. And now he comes out and says, my hero is Saul Alinsky. Saul Alinsky wrote Rules for Radicals. We own a copy of it somewhere. I couldn't find it this afternoon. Bought it years ago. Where he pledges himself to Lucifer and says his life is dedicated and the book's dedicated to Lucifer. And he wants re-education camps. I mean, that's who these people are. But they're not funded by dirty leg hippies. They are funded by the banks. The bankers' ring wraiths are the communists. That's who he sends forth as his Nazgul. Now, a literal hardcore commie. I mean, this guy wants you in work camps. Here's Chris Matthews making millions of dollars a year living in a Georgetown mansion, and he wants your money. He wants communism. I mean, these people are so sick. Chris Matthews knows fully what he is. He's a mercenary posing as a liberal. Here he is invoking Saul Alinsky, who, by the way, was Barack Obama's mentor. Here it is.
Really not a good thing to do.
Well, to reach back to one of our heroes from the past, from the 60s, Saul Alinsky once said that even though both sides have flaws in their arguments, and you can always find something nuanced about your own side you don't like, and it's never perfect, you have to act in the end like there's simple black and white clarity between your side and the other side, or you don't get anything.
In other words, lying. I mean, folks, I have the health care bill. They have real socialists like Dennis Kucinich and Howard Dean. They're not perfect, but at least they're honest, going, I'm not going to vote for this. It cuts your Medicare and Medicaid and raises everybody's taxes. I mean, it's a total scam. And then I said I'd get into this. National Review's got it. AP's got it. The New Media Journal has it. I read the executive order. This is not hype. This really happened. It's Executive Order 12,425, gives complete and total diplomatic immunity to all members or designate agents of Interpol, this big private police consortium out of Europe, now global, one of the dirtiest police organizations on the planet, hooked in with just drug running, child kidnapping. You can pull up all the mainstream news articles about it. And they are to have total diplomatic immunity, something police, military, FBI don't have, and they shouldn't have. But worse than that, then the FBI, if they act through Interpol, they do get it. So that's why he's doing that. And so I thought, give me a document cam shot for prisonplanet.tv viewers, please. Here's the executive order. I'm going to cover this more tomorrow on the long-form weekday show. There's that. Obama extends diplomatic immunity to Interpol by executive order, bringing us literally under the UN. And then here's FEMA. This is a FEMA press release, NLE09, held back in July, with troops from 14 different countries to, quote, take on American domestic terrorists. So I mean, the Army War College teaches they're going to use foreign assets in America. I mean, they're actually getting the police and military ready through the threat fusion integration centers for foreign troops. Here's Jerusalem Post. IDF, U.S. National Guard to share defense ideas. And you read this, and it says the IDF is already in all our major branches, but now they've been assigned to NORTHCOM. And it says they will be dispatched to events in the United States under NORTHCOM, FEMA, and National Guard. And it goes on to say they'll be dispatched and respond in America. So, see, they're just... That's like 6-7 years ago that the Pentagon started hiring illegal aliens to be in the military. Now, police departments are hiring illegal aliens. They're just hiring foreigners that'll enforce all this. You know, I said I'd take calls, and we're almost out of time, but I'm going to give each person 45 seconds. Thomas in California, thanks for holding her on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, I have a little information. I know people in the construction industry, and they're for invitation to bid only. The government's building FEMA camps to house 200 to 500 Army National Guard along major highways and interstates. And also, too, at Camp Minden.
Yeah, that's the Emergency
Louisiana.
Readiness, National Emergency Readiness Centers. And the Houston Chronicle reports it, but Glenn Beck doesn't say it exists. So,
Also, too, in Camp Minden, Louisiana, they're expanding it, and they want 5 times the bomb production out of there as well.
Yeah,
and
even small police departments
up,
are being hardened against American militia attack. What is it the government's doing that's so horrible they know it's going to force citizens to start fighting back?
And that Camp Minden, that's so explosive that they evacuated it for 100 miles before because there was a fire. Now,
all right, I'm out of time, Thomas. I appreciate your call. Let's go to Joe in New Jersey. Go ahead, Joe.
Alex Jones, you are the man.
What's on your mind, Joe?
Oh, listen, we're here in Jersey. What I wanted just to bring up real quick was a lot of people that lack critical thinking. I have a lot of friends I've spoken to and try to give them a heads up of things and stuff that's going on in the world, global.
They're designed to live in denial. You could tell them their house was flooding and they wouldn't believe you if there were fish jumping around their living room.
Right, but you look at me like I'm absolutely insane. I'm like, you could Google this.
Well, here's The Economist. Here's The Economist's latest issue, Falling Fertility, how the population problem is solving itself, how we can't have children anymore. Yeah, because they're spiking our water. Oh, look, fertility is falling astonishingly fast, and that's bringing big benefits. Everything is about how great it is to not have children, unless you're the elite who all have like 5 of them.
Yeah. Right. I'm just trying to talk about endgame stuff here. Yeah, I mean, we're getting down to the wire on this baby here. And, I have a lot of my friends I really had trusted, 16 years knowing them. And they look at me like I'm insane. And, they don't take the effort to go Google anything. They don't see the RFID.
Because they're mesmerized. They've been mesmerized by television.
They don't see the RFID 7-foot pole things that they put on the side of the road in our community. It's right here at every minute.
It's all admitted. They're tracking all the RFIDs in your products.
Here.
They're face scanning you. They're license plate reading you. They're looking at everything you do, everything you say, openly, all criminal, all illegal. They just do whatever they want. And your friends, and you know why? Your friends are going to lose everything they got incrementally. They're going to be made dependent, and that's what they like. They want to be butchered like fat hogs. Move on. Hey, Joe, I'm out of time. God bless you. Move on. Look, sir, we played you Fox News with the Japanese government looking at putting lithium in the water. Lithium has already been put in our water for at least 50 years. That's why people are overweight, don't have a sex drive, and are so weak. They're drugging your water. Wake up, people.